Hello students, we are continuing with the same lesson, that is the lesson number 5 of a geography, agriculture, farming and its types. Okay, so in that previous part we have learnt about the agriculture, means what the meaning of agriculture. We have learnt about the factors affecting on the agriculture, and also we have learnt about the types of a farming. In this we have learnt about the subsistence agriculture and intensive subsistence agriculture we have learnt. Now we are moving towards the second, that is the primitive subsistence agriculture. Primitive subsistence agriculture, this type of agriculture includes the nomadic herding and shifting cultivation. Nomadic herding, nomads means what? Nomads means nothing but only that group of a people or a community who used to move from one place to another in search of a food, water and the pastures. Pastures means what? The grass covered land for their animals. Okay, so now we are going to learn about the nomadic herding in detail. Nomadic herding is the most common type of a herding practice by nomads. Okay, so who wander from place to place in search of grazing pastures and the water for their animals. So the main areas where the nomadic herding is practiced are the semi-arid. Semi-arid means what? Arid means the dry areas. Semi-arid means what? That areas which are not completely dry. And the regions and the arid regions also. The arid regions like the Sahara, Central Asia, that is the Mongolia, and the several parts of India like Jammu and Kashmir and Rajasthan. So in that areas you will find that the nomadic herding is done. Okay, so the nomadic herders carry their belongings such as utensils, bedding and tents on the back of donkeys, horses, camels and carts. You must have seen system of a carvas. Okay, so they use their animals for carrying their loads. This type of movement arises response to the climate constraints and terrain. So wherever the climatic constraints are there and the terrains are responsible for such type of a movements. Nomadic tribes earn money by selling the products that they make from the skin, hair or bones of the animals. Means what? The animal produce they used to sell, and through that they used to earn their livelihood. They rear animals like yaks, camels, sheep and goats. So these are the animals they mostly prefer to rear. Now the shifting cultivation. By the word we can get easily know what the type of a shifting cultivation. So shifting cultivation is mostly practiced by the tribal people living in the hilly or the forest areas. So this is the type of farming which is done by the tribal communities mostly. So it is also called as a zoom in the northeast India. Zoom cultivation. Shifting cultivators are mostly found in the tropical forests. The practice of this method promotes the deforestation. It is completely based on the deforestation, means cutting down of the trees. Here, the patch of a land or that forest land, it is cleared by the tribal communities, and they burns down the trees, and whatever the bush it is there, they also burnt it. And in some parts of the world it is also termed as the slash and burn agriculture. So it is also termed as slash and burn agriculture. The cultivation is carried on by primitive tools. Primitive tools means what? Whatever the traditional tools are there, that only are used. Major crops grown are the beans, maize, millets and some tuber crops like cassava, potatoes and tapioca. So after 2 or 3 years, the soil loses its fertility. So after practicing or cultivating that same land for 2 3 years, the soil starts to reduce with the fertility and it becomes unproductive. Then the farmer shifts to another part of the area. Okay, this means what? They abandon the land and they move to the new piece of a land and they perform the same whatever they have done before. Okay, so because of that only it is called as a shifting cultivation. Then the commercial agriculture. In commercial agriculture, crops are cultivated and livestock are reared as a commodity to sell in the market. Means the crops are also cultivated in the land, and the land is also used for the rearing of the cattle or the livestock and to sell their commodities in the market. So in this type of agriculture, the farms are generally large in size. They are in a large. As we have seen that in a subsistence farming, the land plots are with a limited size. But here the farms are in a large size. Large in a size and extensive farming operation with extensive farming operations. The investment is high and it depends on the working techniques of farmers. The investment is also high. In commercial farming, most of the work is done by machine. So they are preferred to modern technologies in the farming. And the commercial farming includes commercial grain farming, mixed farming, and plantation agriculture. So in this, we are going to learn about the commercial grain farming. So in commercial grain farming, grains are entirely grown for the commercial purpose. Means to sell the commodity in the market and to earn more and more profit. So this is what the objective of the farmers. This type of a farming is usually done on a large scale with a large scale. Wheat and the maize, these are the common commercial crops which are grown in this land. These farms are generally found in the areas of the low population density. Wherever the population density is low, in that area this farming is performed, and these are scientifically managed modern farms. Okay, means completely based on the modern technology. Extensive agriculture is practiced in these farms with the help of machines. Operations like sowing, threshing, harvesting, all are carried out with the help of the machines only. A few people are able to manage a large farm because the machines are perform all the activities, so the machine operators are required for the practicing this agriculture. The major areas where the commercial grains farming practice are temperate grasslands of North America. This is very important. The temperate grasslands of North America, Europe and Asia, and in India it is also practiced in the areas or the states like the Punjab and Haryana. So students, we are going to stop here. The remaining part we'll see in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.